What really happened to Mwenda Mbijiwe? Is he alive or dead? Or caught in the shadows of a state that refuses to answer?
Mwenda ako hai. Na nataka nidhibitishe ya kwamba hata wakati nilienda kwa DCI Kinoti, kuna senior officer aliniambia, because you are the biological mother of Mwenda Mbijiwe. Quote me, you are the biological mother of Mwenda Mbijiwe. This is the right place na utaambiwa ukweli wa kijana yako.
4 years on, Kenyans are still asking. The trail goes cold around Roysambu in June 2021. The respected security analyst, former Air Force officer and founder of Eye on Security Kenya Limited simply vanished.
Meru, he had called his mom and informed the mom that he would be traveling to Meru that evening, and it was confirmed.
Witnesses say he was in the company of men believed to be from the DCI. Since then, nothing. No phone calls, nobody, just silence.
That was the last time we heard of Mwenda anywhere, as in he didn't communicate with anyone, not friends, not family, and no one.
His family hasn't stopped fighting. His mother, Jen Gatwiri, pleads for her son's return.
Nataka kusema kwanza majina yangu ni Jen Gatwiri, mama ya Mwenda Mbijiwe. Because when judges are given freedom of justice, they can do justice and marvelous injustice in this nation of Kenya. We don't want politicians to involve themselves into this, because we know Mwenda did not went just missing. There were 3 people, prominent people from Meru, who are behind his abduction. He was abducted on his way to Meru. He was coming to visit me. And
she insists Mwenda was arrested under George Kinoti's watch, investigated by the intelligence service, cleared of all accusations, yet never released. In her eyes, he is alive, locked away in secret detention.
Na siku ya leo, all I know is that my son is very much alive and with the government. He was taken by the former DCI, Mr. George Kinoti, arrested, taken to National Intelligence, investigated, and he was found he was not guilty of all the allegations that were formed against him. Na ndio sasa, kwa sababu najua Mungu ako mbinguni and there is God in heaven, justice is there to prevail for Mwenda, because we need our courts to be independent.
However, here's where it gets messy. On June 11th, 2021, just a day before his disappearance, Mwenda had posted on Facebook a day earlier, openly criticizing the judiciary and the executive, and even reported receiving death threats. What you are witnessing in Kenya now is the rise of judicial activism and the self-assertion of radical judges. This will, in the not-so-distant future, transform into legislatures of law, he said in the post. Shortly after, he was seen traveling with the Matthew Muhatia Masaka, a man with multiple robbery cases in court, which complicated the narrative but never provided a clear motive for his arrest. The car they used was later found abandoned, but Mwenda was gone. No arrests, no answers, only growing suspicion that his disappearance wasn't random, it was engineered.
Hilo mnasikia mama yake ameelezea, hata mimi siamini Mwenda amekufa. Na kama amekufa, serikali iko wapi tupatie mwili wa Mwenda? Turudi tena kwa president. Kama vile aliingilia mambo ya miraa ikapatikana soko Somali, wacha ingilie maneno ya Mwenda apatikane.
Today, more than 4 years later, the story has shifted to the courtroom. His mother is now suing the government, demanding that Mwenda be produced dead or alive.
It hurts kwa mama kukaa miaka 4 na miezi 3 bila kuona kijana yake. He was my firstborn. He was everything to my family. So today I feel very sad. Na nilikuwa naomba tu njanji leo akiniona kotini atoe a honda that will be respected by the government of Kenya for my son to be released. Nimesema he is very much alive. Hajakufa na ninajua mahali hako. Ni vile sitaki kusema. Niliambiwa na the next in command in this nation, na nikaambiwa mahali hako. Sitaki kusema ni wapi, wanajua, nataka wamtoe.
We had this case of Mwenda Mbijiwe. He disappeared 4 years ago today, and some days, I think 4 years, 4 days today. So we had made an application for habeas corpus for the police to produce him, because we have some evidence, anecdotal evidence, that the police are holding him somewhere where we don't know. So unfortunately, the judge was not sitting today, Honorable Gimondo. He was engaged in other official duties. So we've been asked to come tomorrow at 9. So our purpose today, since the mama lives in Meru, we didn't want to keep her here again until tomorrow. We said it is important that she can also express her frustrations, so that we want court orders that have meaning. Because a court order is not just a paper. A court order is a command, and a court orders must be respected. The judiciary is the last pony of the three arms of government. And that's why we are saying we respect judges. Even when you see this controversy going on, we need to treat judges with respect. Because if judges give orders which are not going to be respected because of perceived narratives that their people have heard or read in the media, then that will be a disaster to Kenya, because you will see proper disorder. We don't want to go the Somalian way or the Southern Sudan way or the North Sudan. We want to maintain the rule of law and due process, which is very critical. And that's why we are saying we want our courts to be respected, but we also want, when courts give orders, those orders should not be just be paper, but be orders and commands that are respected.
In June on a Saturday 2021 at around 6 p.m. in the evening on his way to Meru. Along Roysambu Highway, Thika Super Highway, on his way to Meru. Under circumstances to the judge, the case will be handed tomorrow at 9 a.m. So naomba Mungu tu aingilie judge, aingilie wakili wetu, asaidie wakili wetu Mr. Odiek and the partners who are very much involved in this case, because unajua kesi ambayo iko na serikali, watu wengi especially lawyers wanaiogopa sana. Maana mtu akiingilia unaona anakuwa abducted, anapelekwa, wengine wanauliwa, as if Kenya haina justice. It is very sad indeed.